So Kylian Mbappe is reaching some scary territory. And listen, I know this is about the billionth video I've made on Kylian Mbappe. I've talked about his demise, I've spoken about his rise. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but that's just an example I'm trying to make. We have been speaking about Mbappe for this entire season. He has been the main topic of our entire season, and the reason for that is he was a big money signing. A big money signing. Not in his price tag. Real Madrid got him practically for free. He was a free agent, but they did add 100 million signing bonus. And 100 million signing bonus only makes sense for the best player in the world, and that's not something we can say about him when he started out, because he had a fantastic debut against Atalanta. He scored, but there were some obvious issues even in that Atalanta game. Like, everybody noticed that his dribbling was not on point, ball control wasn't on point, finishing wasn't fully on point. And this is a story that we have spoken about a billion times on this channel. But he was poor. You know, even if you're a Mbappe fan, you can't defend him. You can't defend that type of performances. He was trash. And when people were calling him finished at the time, it was very reactionary. But if you watched him play, you would understand why people were turning their backs on this player. And we will always highlight that game against Villarreal. What a performance that was. That was when we noticed Kylian Mbappe is probably hitting rock bottom. He didn't perform well in that game, losing the ball multiple times in that game. Couldn't even get proper shots on target. I mean, he was poor that entire game. That form kept on going. It reached the Barcelona game. It reached the Liverpool game, which that game gets spoken about so much because he was outclassed. Even an academy player pocketed this guy. He missed a penalty on top of all of that, and people were turning their backs on him. Everybody. But do you see why the famous phrase, class is permanent, form is temporary? So that applies perfectly with Kylian Mbappe. But he slowly started to pick up his form again. It all started, in my opinion, from the Getafe match just after the Liverpool match, because he scored a beautiful goal. It then continued on to the Girona match. It then continued on to the Atalanta match. And then this guy was on a roll, scoring against Sevilla, bangers left and right. It then went all the way to the Barcelona game, in which he scored that beautiful solo goal. And just like that, he's back in form. And this goes perfectly with that Manchester City performance. He scored 4 goals against them within 2 legs. Now, first of all, his first leg goal wasn't too impressive in my opinion. His second leg performance, that we can make an entire video just on that performance. The moments, the goals, the skill moves, even his performance off the ball. This guy was insane. And I'm gonna say this, and this might sound like a insane take, but he is reaching Messi and Ronaldo grounds. Now hear me out. This is only his first season for Real Madrid. I think he's performing similarly to Cristiano when Cristiano first came to Real Madrid. However, Ronaldo didn't have such big moments in his first season, whereas Mbappe is showing how he scored the goal in his celebrations. He's just in a whole different realm, overshadowing every single player he's playing with, and he's on course for Ballon d'Or. And this brings up many questions towards Real Madrid fans, because we know Real Madrid fans are some of the most fickle fans in football, because they only support you when you're doing good and they absolutely kick you when you're down. It's insane. They've done it even to Ballon d'Or winners like Benzema, Cristiano, Modric, and they keep on doing it with every single player. And to be fair, who am I to call out fickle fans? Because if you guys have been following me for a long time, which you probably haven't, I made videos hating on Mbappe. I made videos saying this shouldn't be a move. Real Madrid should move on from him. They shouldn't sign him, because I was also upset that he rejected the club so many times. And I will apologize and say it's good that we got him. Even though we have Vinny Jr., one of the best players in the world, we have Jude Bellingham, one of the best players in the world, We won major trophies without Kylian Mbappe. And even though when he joined the club, everything had to change for him to perform, but having him perform, it gives us so much more things to leverage on. Because I said this in a previous video, if Vinny Jr. is in form, it's okay if Mbappe is out of form. If Vinny Jr. is out of form, it is okay because Mbappe or someone else will probably be in form. And that's a blessing of having the best players in the world. This is not Galacticos 2.0. This is not Galacticos the first coming. This is not Galacticos in my opinion. This is a Real Madrid team that has unity. It's not just about big names. It's about how they play as a team. And I think this era of Real Madrid is the best era ever. And this is coming from someone who watched BBC. I didn't watch the Galacticos. I'm not 50 or 60. Even when watching BBC, they wouldn't pass to each other. They would be selfish. And it wouldn't be much of a team game. It would just be individuals. But I think in this current Real Madrid team, everybody wants to get the best out of each other. So I'm happy to be a Madrid fan in this current day. But let me tell you where this fickleness comes from. It doesn't come from just Real Madrid fans. Real Madrid, the board, Florentino Perez, they are fickle as well. Because they are the type of people who will sell a player no matter what. They don't care. They will sell you. They don't care what you've done for the club. They don't care if you scored hat-tricks, won them multiple Champions League. They will send you off, just like they sent off Cristiano. So when I hear people talk about Real Madrid have more loyalty to Vinny or more loyalty to Mbappe, I believe I saw a comment like that somewhere. And to be honest, when have Real Madrid ever been loyal to a player? Tell me, because I've never seen this in my life. They kicked out Sergio Ramos, they kicked out Casillas, they did it with Gareth Bale, especially with Bale. Like he didn't even get a farewell when he left. The same situation with Cristiano, no farewells. And those two players contributed so much to Real Madrid's Champions Leagues. So if you ever think about where the fickleness comes from, just remember, it comes from the top, straight to the bottom. It's not a new concept. But honestly, I'm just very happy to see Kylian Mbappe perform again, make a comeback, and prove everyone wrong overall. And if you think, listen, if any of you guys think you guys can't make comebacks in life or anything, and I know this is gonna sound like I'm a motivational speaker, I'm not trying to be, but if Mbappe can make such a comeback, anybody can, genuinely.